we go. I do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. It's a pleasure having you here with me. It is windy. My hair has already been ruined before stream even started, but so be it sometimes. We're here for another stream to consciously evolve after all. Today's stream topic is going to be about the uniqueness of the experience you get to have. Talking about, I'm having the unique experience of drops of rain falling on my body. I got myself set up in a spot here right now. How will I run away if I have to? Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Joy Vive. I showed up specifically for you with the stone wall so you could get some stone wall vibes. Look at how much extra growth there is on the wall now. Yeah, now the rain's coming down. Well, you can't have it all, can you, Joy Vive? Oh goodness, it's really coming down. Oh man. Oh no. It went from 0 to 100 real quick. Thank goodness I got most of my electronics. I need to get the cushion out there. It's gonna get wet. Okay. Well, we did try. It's coming down sideways now, suddenly. Transferring ourselves to a new space. I look deranged. Louisiana, it's nice seeing you. Did you find your cushion? I found other cushions. I used Pippi's. See, Pippi's is all blankets now. She used to have a cushion. I took hers. We appeared to be in a cave. We came back, bro. It's all cave vibes now. Show you friends in a second. And you can get the rest of my stuff. I am gut things. How are we gonna do this? A little bit of sow. That's not gonna stand. Not on the soft bed, it isn't. There we go. I'm gonna have to give you some legs. Mel needs a scrunchie. I don't need anything. I am completely whole. I am full. I am complete. Yeah. Better. A little bit better. Still. Shimmy you in there. Don't look at my shame. Don't you dare look at my okay. No, I'm not leaving. I'm just closing the door. Okay. Let me dry this down. Off. In Afrikaans we say gaan myself afdroog, which is like dry down, not dry off. Technically you can use off as like off as well. Oh, okay. Okay. The chaos ensued. And I'm pretty sure it's no longer raining outside. From what I can see, at least. Of course. Wouldn't have it any other way. Is this thing level? No, that'll be better now. Let's get some better lighting on me. Actually, should I do it here? Oh, suddenly. Better lighting. Relatively better. Real quick, not slick, and produced. The real, not slick and produced. Meltmore Cruise Edition. You friends. I'm so happy that you friends are so creative and funny all by yourself. That means I can look like a chicken trying to cross the road, lost in headlights, and I can still be fine. How loud is that fan? Not at all, huh? Well, don't mind if I do in that case. It's freaking hot nonetheless. The rain doesn't make a difference, just as the humidity. The mural is dope as the Pope. I really do like it, bro. So many turbo rinses. And then surprise, surprise, a lot of my art is also inspired by the melting. My room is worse. Love is true. Let me go get a scrunchie, actually. It's not a bad idea. Let me go tied up hair melt. It's a different vibe. How is this perspective gonna work? Is it better if I drop this lower? Because then I can angle it upwards more. No? Doesn't work that way? Bring it closer. And angle it up. Is that good? Is that gonna do it for us? This way I have like natural outdoor lighting and artificial lighting coming from both sides. And then I can dye my hair back. Feel like a different person again. Maybe it's just the change coming up. Maybe like my brain is trying to prepare myself for more and more change. The more change I experience, the more change I'm capable of experiencing. I haven't even introduced today's stream topic, maybe a little bit, but today's stream topic is about how special your experience is. Right? Very much from this point of view that when you do anything, right? And I did technically think of it as an extension of like psychedelics or cannabis. That is kind of where the original thought was inspired. But still, I think it can kind of, translate into anything else as well. This ability for us to extract a certain type of feeling from anything at all. Right? I can look around in my room and extract certain types of feeling depending on where I look. Maybe you do that for yourself as well, to kind of like ease ourselves into this experiment or this thought, query we're going through, like looking at different things and seeing how they make you feel differently. And then acknowledging that even though if two people were in the same room looking at the exact same object, they would feel different things. The inner narrative, the little story, the experience they're having would be uniquely theirs, right? And then to see that as a quantum thing, right? Like a superposition, if you will, where instead of it being a 1 or a 0, right, how you feel about something, maybe I'm gonna light this little vaporizer of mine and it's gonna make me feel a certain way. But it's not gonna be a 1 or a 0 type of feeling. It's gonna be an on or an off type of feeling. It's going to be a binary or a non-binary. It's gonna be a qubit, right? Like a fluctuation of my entire experience, like all of the experiences I've had leading up to this one, the mindset I'm going in with, the conversations we're having beforehand, all of these things keep contributing to this unique experience you're having. And to see our view of the world in that way, then, as almost something quantum in nature, I feel it could be a good way for us to maybe feel a little bit more powerful, right? Realizing that you are literally a quantum being extracting a certain fractal from this universe. You're not just a human being experiencing life. And I was like, today as well, I was like thinking about the fact that I was doing yoga and it started raining a little bit. And then my kitties were like sitting in the rain right there next to me, despite the fact that it was falling. And I felt a certain way about that, just seeing them sit there in the rain with me. And then I was thinking about the fact that cats have probably experienced rain, that maybe what they don't like about water is being thrown into it or stepping in it and then having the little paws wet. But it coming from the top isn't that big of a problem or something like that. I tried to reason. And then I thought about the fact that that is a thing at all, that we find ourselves as creatures living on a world, me, a human being, and them cats. Little Pippi is laying here on the ground next to me. And even though we have such vast and different experiences, both of us understand something about the rain, right? There is something similar in our experiences about the rain. Pippi, as soon as it started raining, went, underneath the roof. And they're the ones who are supposed to like water more than the cats, right? I don't know where I'm going with this, other than just trying to stimulate the awareness of the significance of this experience we're having. Something as simple as a cat walking into the rain or out of the rain, or you feeling a drop of rain falling on your face, right? Like these sort of things are so easily taken for granted. And I wish I could teach myself, and hopefully in doing so, teach others as well, how to extract more significance from what we would consider ordinary moments. Right, serious sour peas. Serious poor piece. Oh, the painting behind me. This is painted. Acrylics. It is done. Technically, the dude was following an image, but I don't think that really matters. I don't think there's many people that draw from their mind. Do you see the faces? So many things looking at me. This is where I sleep. I have this thing staring me down every single time as I go to sleep. So much fractal. Bro, my whole house is worse than your room. You're good. I know, Dr. I'm only mildly joking, making you feel a little like I can relate to that. Joy V, you've been amazing at getting up early so consistently for yoga. She really has. We're so proud of you. Thank you, Loazana, for honoring her too. Doug, you have a child, Nado. That's why you have a mess. It's true. Can't really hear the fan. Good. It's not registering on the noise floor, so that's what I'm taking as my go ahead as well. Mystery of the cushions. Where did they go? My mom took them. Apparently she's going to go and pick something up. And that's as much as I heard. So maybe the cushions are going to serve as cushions for whatever they're picking up. Maybe it's super heavy. I do not know, but it is so. Hopefully my cushions will be back by the end of the day. Mel, do the stream lying down. The lighting doesn't matter. Do the stream lying down. And then she says, are we gonna pretend like I'm one of your French girls? Get to be all fancy. Yeah. This is kind of comfy, actually. Definitely not what I'm used to. Too much face, not enough face. I don't understand, Luke. I don't understand what you mean, bro. What does that mean? Let's see if I can bring this closer. Get that lighting and get that fan set up again. Trying to balance things on linen. What a great adventure. And that's good. Okay. Always look so nice with your hair pulled back. You think so? I really don't like myself with my hair pulled back. But I guess I need to learn to love myself better, right? All of us can benefit from learning to love ourselves a little bit better. This experience I'm having right now is uniquely mine, and I need to be grateful for that. Yeah, that is my intention. Let go of my insecurities, my own need to be critical. Let go of the expectations I have. And just allow myself to be here, right now. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm trying to be as present as I can be. And hopefully in doing so, I can ensure your day is more loving. Relax, puppy. Relax, woefter. Dat is zo erg nu. So much love in chat. Jovan, it's a blessing having you here. Thank you for sending some lovin's to our friends. I can't find my headphones at the moment, so I must go dark to get Duckling ready for the day and wife out to work. Love you all. Have a good stream. Thank you, Duck Dad. I shall, bro. Good streams will be had. This I can ensure. Extra comfy. I haven't done too many streams laying down. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird, right? It's kind of weird. A little bit weird. I don't know why it's weird. Maybe it's weird because maybe the only way for you to see me in this vulnerable position is to be in my room. Yeah, there's something there. I'm thinking about bringing you closer. Okay. Sorry, puppy. I'm gonna shorten these rags. Maybe even all the way. Can lengthen the neck instead. Yeah. Oh! That thing was pretty hot. Now you're super low. Yeah. That's better. Get you a little bit more back. There we go. Yeah, this is the scene. Is your bed big enough for... Technically, you're just sitting next to the bed, right? You're not allowed on the bed. You can sit next to the bed. Thank you very much. No unsies. Head change or not, different category of ones and zeros. Yeah, it's also true. Too much face, not enough face. Sorry, just waking up. I'll slow it down. You're loved, dear Luke. There you go. If I got back in bed right now, I'd pass back out. JV, I just said that because I'm still in bed. So much love to both of you. I thought about getting back to bed after yoga, but I just made coffee instead. I'm proud of you. I don't know if it's easier for you to sleep if you do actually stay awake for the whole period. Missed y'all this morning. I haven't have internet at home, but I did have some morning stretches with y'all. I'm sorry to hear that. You know what's up, Shovan? No internet? Did something break? Or is your ISP just being a little poopy? Little poopy boppet. Closer. That was true. It totally baffles me that the internet isn't a public utility. Like, what the fuck, yo? It surely will be at one point. There's same with water, same with electricity, same with food. Hopefully, within the next 50 years. Basic human necessities. Right. I realized again, aligned with yesterday's topic, how the internet is such a part of the daily for me. It changed our world, Joe. Like, we do not live in the same world anymore. Like, it's a different world, right? Like, down to a biblical level, right? Yeah, that light's working, yo. Good point. Wait a second. The utility thing. My router pewed, but I should be getting it fixed today, hopefully. Okay. That's not too bad. Routers dying is like small fry, right? Like easy to replace programs. Unless it's like programmed routers and someone still has to come in and do all of this setup. That's probably still gonna happen. Lovins to you. Thank you for joining us, Kristen. We're super comfy today. It's a comfy day. Specifically, on top of the comfy, I want it to be a day of considering the uniqueness of our individual experiences. Because even though I've done these streams, and it's like there's 7 friends watching right now, and there's 1 upvote. It is day 1071. It is the 7th of December, right? So just a few synchronicities I can spot in like a scan like that. And this is the most unique experience I've had, right? Or at least relatively speaking. I haven't had an experience like this streaming. I know I laid down once for the Zoom, and even that was kind of weird to me, but it's like I don't know how to explain this. It's like there's a different version of me again now occupying this space because he doesn't know how he's supposed to be. Usually I'm sitting upright with my legs crossed, and there's a certain type of stability that comes with that. I feel none of that right now. I feel like I'm super woozy. I'm kind of tripping on the depth of experience. Good, Nancy. It's a trippy thing to trip out about. Because there's layers to it. Right? Like you get to have a stable, I would like to call it, experience right now. Right? You can look around yourself, you can see something. Things aren't popping in and out of existence and melting into the walls, necessarily speaking. Like it's relatively stable as you look around. And yet, if you start to deconstruct what it is you're looking at atoms vibrating at certain frequencies. And because of those frequencies they vibrate, they happen to take up the space they do. That atoms make up you. That atoms construct into DNA. That DNA becomes the instruction set for proteins. Those proteins become the building blocks for organoids. Those organoids become the building blocks for an organism. You as an organism get to, well, technically we do 60 trillion organisms, and then eventually we reach being this human being. And you have the neurons firing, different synapses lighting up as you're experiencing this, the neurochemicals floating in your brain, whether or not you had your coffee, how long you've been awake for, how much you've been exercising, what and how much you've been eating, whether or not you smoked a joint recently or ever, whether or not you took some mushrooms recently or ever, right? Like all of these things and everything keeps adding to the depth of your experience. There's so much to it. And I think yesterday's poem has like elements of that in it. Oh. Hey, yesterday's post was post 777, 777 posts. I'm only now seeing that. So the internet is changing everything. Yesterday's poem. Let me show you what the flower looked like. That's the flower. And then the poem went something like, the interwebs, technically the internet. The internet is changing everything. In webs of code, our world is caught. The internet connections changes it all. A digital realm, a tool so vast, in ones and zeros, transcend the past. From pixels to power, it shapes our time, a catalyst for change, a power divine. For all the eyes and ears, a global stage, connecting us as the human race. A world transformed by connections made, real people creating in digital space. Wield this force, this techno might, for all accelerates in the digital light. Whew. Yeah. And then the same thing again applies to your experience of the internet, right? That not only all of that complexity, right, that leads up to you having an experience at all, but now there is all of this complexity in every single human being, in every single instance that they choose to create something and upload it to the internet. And then there is the complexity of algorithms, which go so far beyond my mind that I don't even think, some of the engineers that work there understand it. That also adds to the complexity of this experience you're having. And then that complexity combines, right? You adding your complexity to the complexity of finding something on the internet to have that experience. And then if you think about it from the perspective of what you had access to as a normal human being for the last 100,000 years, what you have access to right now is such an order of magnitude beyond what you should be, could be, would be used to normally, is now just your norm. You just now live in this reality, hyper-stimulated. So hyper-stimulated that you don't realize just how stimulated you are at all times. So much input, so much information just ceaselessly. Acknowledge this experience as a unique one, right? Maybe we don't have to know just how much we're receiving, but maybe we can just be like, oh, this is good. This is good, and this is mine, and I get to have this, and that's a good thing. You're on your back every day for yoga, but just for a few minutes. That's true. That's true, but it's not the same. I don't have to look at you. I don't have to feel like you're looking at me like that, right? Usually you're supposed to be on your back as well in that moment. Also doing your shavasana. Sometimes when I'm going to the store or driving through a neighborhood, I trip out thinking about how everyone has a complex a life as I do. And holy shit, that's a lot of connections. Yeah. Yeah. You see, I feel like now we're getting to where I want to be going. Like it's literally impossible for us to truly fathom just how much we have to be grateful for. It's a little bit absurd, just slightly. Take a breath. Acknowledge this beautiful, complex life that you're living. Acknowledge the beautiful, complex life living with you. Give them love-ins. And if we can continue doing so, love will be true. You want more? I'm busy, puppy. I'm busy. I'm busy, babies. I'm busy right now. I'm busy. I'm being a busy right now. You want to watch it? Want to watch it? Yes. Oh, bye, Vicky, bye, Vicky. Look at those little cutesy paws pushing down on that fabric. She's having an experience right now, getting ear scratches from a human being. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed this experience would be so nice, baby? Oh, so nice. Now you're out of range. Okay, back again. Okay. Look at those eyes being like, bro, come on. Come on, bro. I'm a little bit more. Okay, fine. Come on, sweetie vibes. She's like looking at this hand, being like, why are you taking that camera back, bro? You're gonna stop giving all of your attention to me right now. Sacrilege. Bye-bye. Okay. Sweet Peppy Popper, isn't she? Me too. Such an interesting thread of thoughts. Yesterday's flower was pretty. I'm happy that you liked it. I also really enjoyed the way it came out. Like I feel, unfortunately, the Patreon does end up butchering them a little bit, so I'm gonna show you again, but just because of my hubris, right? Like the amount of smooth that's happening. Oh, bro. Oh wait, my software is not completely working alongside me. Like these details, Joy Vive. Like I left that little and here as well. Where is it? Here. Like. Yes, just barely there's a gap. Just barely. And little hearts. Of course. Whatever that shape is. Even again, right? Like the reason I'm showing you this is because of the value I see in having the individual experience. Right? Like I honestly believe that these flowers can only be appreciated if you can come up close and you can see things like this. Like that's when you truly understand all of the information that is being presented to you. Like look at that. What is that? What's happening there? Why does it look like that? Right? Like it kind of gets lost, but it's still there in your field of vision. It still means something to you. Yeah. Thank you, JV, for giving me a chance to share some art. You know how I like it. No. Sam, I think that sometimes driving down the road when I lived in an apartment, we were packed in that building like ants, living completely different, intricate lives right next to one another. No. I don't think it's a weird thought. I've had these thoughts as well, like especially in China, right? Like in China, I used to live in these 42-story buildings, and like having those thoughts with 42 stories above you, and like thinking about the different slices of life and the depth of experience they're having in their own ways, and like the complete social isolation, right? Like you don't know these people don't know you, and that's the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that way. I mean, I get it, but it does make me feel isolated. Oh, like shitty Hollywood Square Joe is how I remember apartment living. That is an interesting one. It's probably more than if else statements now, probably. As God is my witness, I will never live in an apartment again. I bless you on that journey, Joy Vive. May you never live in an apartment again. I don't really personally have a problem with living in an apartment. Not really. Not really. I've lived in an apartment bunches of times. I've lived in a total of 7 different apartments in my life. I like I didn't like this one. I love this one. I love this one. I didn't like this one. I like this one sometimes. I didn't like it, then I liked it a lot, then I didn't like it again because I had roommates. Then I really liked my. No, I really didn't like my apartment. Then I really did like my apartment. And then I really didn't like it again. Right. So there's a ratio in there of like some like to dislike ratio. Oh, no. Sometimes I have to look up and make sure the stream didn't freeze. I'm on my back too during the corpse pose. Yeah, I do tend to be pretty quiet in that moment. You know, it wasn't super awesome hearing what the neighbors were watching all the time, but I miss walking upstairs and making a detour to spend a few moments with my friendly neighbors, pros and cons. Like I did spend like basically my entire high school in the hostel. So I got to have that experience of as I'm walking to my room, seeing other dudes chill in one of the other dudes' room, like hearing the conversations they're having and walking into the room and sitting with them and having conversations. Like it is special being able to do that if you're living with other people, which you kind of lose if you're living on your own. Pepe wants to get in bed too. She surely does. She 100% does. The other day, I walk into my room, I walk to my bathroom, I wash my hands, I come back out, and I spot in the corner of my eye Pippi laying on my blankets on my bed. And I go, "Hey, I'm okay. This was your bed, didn't it?" Like basically translates to, "Hey, what are you doing? It's not your bed, is it?" And she was just like, trying to wag her tail in innocence. Jumped off. She has her own little bed, but it is like a hair thing for me. I cannot. It's too much. We lived in a place with an exterior walk up, but those stairs still somehow had the stranger casserole smell. Oh goodness, I didn't talk to my neighbors unless I had to. I'm polite, but I generally try to avoid them. Stranger casserole. Like I feel like again, right? Like it's one of those slippery slope kind of things where sometimes you don't want to befriend any of your neighbors because they're your neighbors. And if they're your friend now and your neighbor, now suddenly your house is essentially their house, depending on how good of a friend you are. Right? And sometimes you want your house to be your house and you don't want anybody in your space. So it is a weird one. I get it. I get it, Sam. I love that flower too. Bless. What the hallways and stairways smell like an apartment building. Yeah, that everybody cooked in the same building smell. Okay, I just had to make sure. I'm hoping that that freaking praying mantis eats all of the mosquitoes in my room. I had to come and see if it was a praying mantis and not a cucarachas. And as I come into this corner, there's like 70 freaking mosquitoes running away from me. Them freaking mosquitoes. I had this weird trip today showering of like espionage one day where there's like like advancements in DNA has been made, and then people start stealing other people's DNA with these small little robot mosquitoes. That's literal objective is to break into your home and steal a drop of your blood so they can steal your DNA. I don't know if a drop of blood is enough for DNA, but it's just a mind fantasy. A bad one at that, but still. It's just a fly. I'm okay with flies. Yesterday's flower was lovely, vibrant. The poem was very well done too. Bless. Thank you so much, Joe. Man, I'm being too literal. That flower gave me flashbacks. Good, Luke. I went through this whole fractal yesterday of like learning about the yantras and how the yantras are supposed to enlighten you by getting you closer to spirit or soul or source. And I don't know if my flowers do that, but I sure do hope they do. Mm-hmm. Like feety onions being boiled over a stove with the fragrance. Then take an old shirt and put Parmesan cheese on it and bake it until it browns. Oh, goodness. Oh, being able to hear the neighbors helped me understand the mind and schizophrenia. Oh, yeah. Like, you almost feel that noise on a psychological level, right, Luke? Like, you can feel that noise at like crossing of wires. It's a trip. I feel it too. It's an interesting connection, absolutely. I thought about trying to buy some praying mantises because the mosquitoes were so bad in Georgia. I'm hoping, like I saw, like so I'm looking from the side, and it can be either a cockroach or a praying mantis from the side, right? And I'm not okay with cockroaches, but I am okay with praying mantises. Hey Google, what is the plural of praying mantis? Mantises. Praying mantises. Praying manti sounds cooler though. So I'm okay with praying manti. But then I walk up to it to see if it is one or not. And a mosquito literally jumps from the curtain I have onto the stick right in front of the praying mantis. And he did nothing. I was hoping he would instantly snatch it up. But nah. Do farms have roaches? Not a lot. Not a lot. Weirdly enough. Like, I've seen fewer roaches here on the farm in my life than I've seen in like the 5 years of living in the city. So that's an interesting connection. Yeah, but if I see a roach, I still kill it because I don't want it procreating and bringing more roaches with it or whatever. Help me. If you're in an apartment and one of those neighbors get roaches, then everyone has roaches. It's the worst. Oh yeah, even the icon of roach is disgusting. I feel like it's the skeeviness of them, right? The whole running from the light, hiding underneath your fridge. Like you see them in your pantry where your food is. Like there's a certain, I don't know, like a fly. I get flies. I still don't like them, you know. And if they're in my field of vision, and if they land on my body, it's particularly enraging. Mosquitoes even more so because they take it a step further. But then after that, you know, for the rest of the insects, I don't have too much of a gripe. Like I'm thinking moths, maybe moths if you have like a dark room and there's like a light on your screen and it keeps jumping on your screen or following your flash around or something like that. That I can imagine being an annoyance, but I don't feel necessarily disgusted towards them or like a sense of I want to kill you for the sake of I don't want there to be more of you in the world, right? But for flies, mosquitoes, and cockroaches, that experience arises at least sometimes. You want to leave, Peppy? There you go. Hey, Dan. Blessings, bro. I've been missing you, man. It's nice seeing you. Shri Yantra is a great exercise to draw. There we go. More fractals. A lot of our mantises here are so big and beautiful, but mega invasive. Really? I didn't actually think about praying mantises as an invasive species. Do they decimate the insect populations? They are predators, technically speaking. They do like amphids, right? So maybe if people start growing weed in your area, it could be a good thing. No, that's Jovan. Laugh with me, guys. Starbucks has lost about $11 billion from the boycotts. For reference purposes, this is what the invisible free hand of the market looks like. Sometimes. Yeah. I don't know why they're being boycotted. I'm not into that side of the media. Hey Google, why is Starbucks being boycotted right now? The boycott at the Seattle, Washington based chain has deep roots, touching on sensitive geopolitical issues after the company found itself in hot water following a tweet from Starbucks Workers United, the union representing many of its baristas, expressing solidarity with Palestinians. So the union the union sent a tweet, a pro-Palestinian tweet about Starbucks, and then the boycott happens. I don't know what was said. I guess Starbucks supports Israel or something. $11 billion gown. Sucks to be you, I guess. Bro, that's rough. I'm wondering if I'll ever seen a praying mantis. What? You've never seen a praying mantis in person? That's almost unbelievable to me, Nancy. Like, I seriously almost have a hard time believing it. I have seen so many praying mantises in my life. It's almost absurd. Like hundreds, hundreds, if not thousands, in my life. I got you this one. I'm praying mantis. Trying to show you his little face. He's looking at me right now. There his little face is. There it is. Look at him looking at you. That's what it's like to be looked at by a praying mantis. I think he's seeing himself right now, technically. Looks away again. How cool, huh? Isn't that cool? Come on. That's cool. How does his head work? It's like a little robot. Focus. There we go. As you turn him around, his little head adjusts. So cute. Okay, let's put him back where he was. He was living on the stick. Here you go, dude. You can go back on the stick. Bruh, you took a liking to me or something. There you go. Oh. Bug has been deployed. Tactical mosquito eater. Online. No. Okay. Busy coding and I can't stay, but I wanted to say hello. Bless you, bro. Thank you for saying hello, man. Have a good time with the coding. We see Shell here too. Morning to you. It's nice having you. Sam, it reminds me, I haven't been to Starbucks for a while, but yeah, free hand of the market. Yeah. Yeah. Keep doing your bit. Good. We're proud of you. We're proud of you, Nancy, for not buying all of them Starbuckses. You were making the world a better place by not giving your money to these corporate assholes. Things are pretty good. I'm working on code a lot and applying for jobs. I also had a few dates with this woman, Lauren. She's nice. That sounds nice, bro. Bless you, man. I'm happy to hear you're staying busy, showing up for life. Happy to hear it, Dan, truly. It's more brown. And the ones I've seen here, yeah, for me too. Usually they're green. That one is definitely like a tree one. Lives in the trees type of vibe. I don't think I've seen a mantis either. Maybe it's a California thing that we don't have them here. What a trip. So interesting, right? Like today's whole stream topic was about, you know, the difference in experience, the uniqueness in the experiences we get to have. And a part of my experience regularly throughout my entire life has been praying mantises. And I've liked them my entire life as well. Right? Like that's what I was like trying to get at with the whole cockroaches, mosquitoes and fly conversation. Is like, why is it from a young age, right? Without having been told I had a dislike for those insects, and without having to be told I had a like for the praying mantises. Right? Like they have a certain intelligence behind those little eyes. They're so calm. You saw it, right? I took it from its stick. I had it on my hand. I wiggled it around. It moved its little head. Like it has a certain sentience to it that I feel the flies or the mosquitoes or the cockroaches don't have in the same way. Like this is stripping me out, right? Like how my life has been informed by this whole question, this experience, this relationship, I guess you can say as well, I've had with the insects. And the fact that some of your friends never got to even realize there might be a difference. Maybe there are insects out there that you actually like. You just don't know. So you grew up believing you don't like insects. What a shame. Haven't seen any here in Nevada either. I think I saw a big one of those in the Enterprise as an alien villain. Thanks, Mel. Yes, I think I have seen one, bless. I mean, now we have at least, at the very least, right? You might not have seen too many praying mantises in your real life, but I got to show you one as well now. Why are you touching it? Why is it on you? It's terrible. Where's your fire stick? I don't like it. I got fire stick, but fire stick isn't going to be used against the praying mantis. Shame, yo. Whoa. Is he eating something? Oh my. No. Okay. Man, I thought I was gonna get lucky with some cool footage for a second there. I thought he caught the mosquito and was eating it alive. But no, alas. I'm not so lucky. And I'm not scared of them, Joyviv. Like that's the thing. Like that insect, I really deeply think they're cool. I think they're cool insects. I think they're really cool. Right? Like that's how they register in my brain. Like when I look at that insect, I don't think, ew, why is it on me? Burn it with fire. No, I think, look at how cool this thing is. Wow. So fucking cool. That's what my mind is generating. So it's cool having it on me. Maybe I can get some of its coolness. Right? Maybe I could get some cool by association or something. I had them often on my porch for a few months in Santa Fe. That sounds so nice, actually. I'm thinking, I have when I was in Thailand, surely. I have really bad reactions to mosquito bites, and I think that fuels my affection for the mantises. Yeah. I mean, I don't have that bad of a reaction, other than the fact that it itches, which is worse enough, it's bad enough of a reaction. So I maybe that is why I like them as well. I'm thinking the same, maybe. Thank you for adding to that, actually, Kristen. So no fried tarantula for you, Joy. No, I'm also not a eating tarantula type of person. I want to go to Thailand. Was it awesome, Nan? I don't like spiders either. I saw a picture of a mantis catching a hummingbird. Not sure if I believe it to be true. Oh, it actually is, Luke. Like you get big ones. Hey Google, what is the biggest praying mantis? Oh my. Is that real? Burma. If this is real, some of you friends are about to unlock a new fear. Okay, no, that previous one wasn't real. No, wait a second. No, it's not. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Bro, that freaking was a praying mantis the size of a doggo. And I was like, okay, now I'm also afraid of praying mantises. Look at this dude. This dude looks like a fucking psychopath, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I understand if you're gonna start disliking praying mantises after seeing that thing. It looks kind of concerning. I'm not okay. I get it. I get it. But look at how cool it is, right? Like as soon as you stop looking at it like that's a fucking alien creature, kill it. As soon as you stop looking at it like that and you look at it like that is a piece of biological technology, and whatever is living inside that piece of biological, like this, and there's a pilot powering that mecha suit, right? There's a pilot inside that freaking mantis suit. Isn't that cool, right? Like there's an entity in there looking back at that camera right now, standing on that hand, and that entity is calm, right? That entity isn't scared of you. That entity stands still, bro. Looks you in the eye. That entity will look you in the eye, bro. It will look right back at you, and you will see its little eye holes where the light can't escape. You'll see it pointing at you. Here's another one of that previous one. Oh my goodness, dude, this thing looks fucking terrifying. Oh god, look at that creature. It's kind of insane that these things exist. Come on, look at those freaking arms, dude. Look at that face. Let's see. I don't know if I would want that one on my hand, to be completely honest. I probably would. Realistically speaking, I probably would. That one is more stick bug than praying mantis. Doesn't count. Yeah, there we go. There's the photo of the praying mantis catching a little burb. It's possible. It is possible. They'll do that, yo. They're big enough for it. Ooh, look at this. Look at this pretty one. It's the same species as the other ones, I think. But it's so beautiful. This one has like a really cool looking antenna situation going on. Look at that portrait of that freaking dapper dude, praying mantis machine 5000. That is so cool. Look at his eyes. Oh goodness, that is. You're so freaking cool, man. I don't know what to say. I can't hate them. I find them too cool. I find them too cool, bro. I guess that's why Satanists became a thing. It's like I can't hate Satan. Satan is cool. He's such a cool dude. He's just trying to mind his own business. No. Fried tarantulas. It's true, Luke. The invasive ones here hang out on the feeders. They'll snatch them. That one wasn't a feeder, I think, actually, even, Joe. So the fact that you said that just before we saw that photo even adds more to the fractal. We do have them. I have pictures of my son and my husband holding praying mantises we found in the garden here in the Bay Area. Okay. Maybe it just depends on where you are. I really enjoyed it. Walking out of the airport into the heat and humidity made me go, okay. The Thailand? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go like the humidity as well on top of that heat. I don't know about that. So uncool. Oh no. I got to go. Meeting today. Love you. Take this Shan message torch. Bless. Thank you. Someone's calling me right now. Um, technically I can. I don't know how much of that you could hear, but I have a package coming and there's apparently some issues being had or something. Hmm. Was it on mute? Yeah, it probably was on mute. I think they mute my calls when I have them. Any of there, Nevada either. No, what's going on? Airport. Fully dressed in war gear. Man's commander. Fully dressed in war gear. That's gotta be a baby hand. No, that's a person's hand, dude. Babies won't hold on to that thing. Can you imagine a baby standing still to have that creature climbing onto them? They are able to do an inquisitive head tilt, which helps me relate to them. Yes, me too, Luke. Also, the inquisitive head tilt is the thing. I dislike humidity, but my skin loves humidity. How about that? What if we were a human proportioned praying mantis, Joy? Would it change your feelings? Like a praying mantis the size of a human? That would change my feelings in the opposite direction. I would, probably become pro-gun instantaneously if they existed. What you getting in the mail? Marijuanas, hopefully, at least. That's what I'm hoping I'm getting. It's either that or I got scammed. That's the worst case scenario. Like the thing that's kind of bothering me is the fact that apparently the package has already been sent. Right? This dude sent me a tracking number. And now I'm getting a call. But why would they give my number to courier guy if they didn't try to send me the package? That doesn't check out. I'm gonna assume that I'm not getting scammed. I'm gonna assume that. Maybe it's bad to assume. Maybe I am getting scammed. But I'm gonna continue existing like I'm not getting scammed. Hopefully. I'd probably become broke. Wouldn't you too, Sam? Seriously though, seriously, like freaking human-sized praying mantises, bro. I'm not walking around without a Glock on my freaking side. A human-sized praying mantis will 100% eat humans. It'll love it. It will love eating humans. I'll freaking become Sam and Dean Winchester, one person melted together. But I'll hunt only praying mantises. You wouldn't at least try for diplomacy first? we're taking some stretches here now. Okay, they could talk this whole time. They can have meaningful conversations. They can be reasoned with, Sam. If they can be reasoned with, I'm down to diplomacies, right? Maybe we can get some cool tech. Maybe the way their brains are wired allows them to come up with technology that we can understand. So I'm more than willing to reach an agreement, a trade agreement with the praying manti. It's praying mantises, President Melt. Fine, praying mantises. I'm more than willing to reach a trade agreement. But they're gonna have to stop eating our people. Please. No, please stop eating the people. There are so many better food sources than humans. We're loaded with fat and carcinogens. Yeah. Yeah, fat's good. Like insects like fat. Like really, they like it a lot. Like they don't mind fat. The carcinogens, I don't think they'll really notice concentration based necessarily that much. I mean, what would be better to eat? They probably would eat dogs as well. They probably eat our dogs first, right? That was a bit like little amphids, a little munch-sized. Stop! Oh, stop, please. I'm imagining a massive praying mantis eating Pippi, and it's horrifying. I didn't need any of this context, dude. Mine gets dropped off by a courier. I have to accept in person and show my ID. They won't leave it on the porch or anything. Yeah, mine is not like that, Jeremy. Mine is not like that. Unfortunately, not. I do not live in America. I would have to keep machete on hip. Yeah, exactly. Machete on the one hip, Glock on the other. I went to send some weed to a friend in Utah, but it's Utah, so I'm worried she might get busted. I don't think she'll get busted. If anything happens, Nancy, the package will just get confiscated. Aliens would be better off eating Snickers dipped in crude oil. We are a good source of preservatives. Nobody cares about your weed, man. You're trying to stop the drug trade, not a joint in the mail. Yeah, exactly. Like they have their hands full with like literal shipping containers full of the stuff. Maybe they just want to eat our DNA. It's more than a joint. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like no matter how much, like even if it's a kilogram, it's still going to be peanuts in comparison to what they're dealing with literally on the day. And it's probably like tons coming in every day. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey Google, how many tons of weed comes into America every day? See if there's some data on this shiznit. No, this is not good information. Whoa! I did not expect that. I clicked on the link that goes, what country consumes the most weed? And Israel, of all countries, had the highest prevalence of cannabis use worldwide in 2020. Approximately 27% of the adult population had consumed cannabis during that year. This is significantly more than any other country. In the United States, the prevalence of cannabis use is about 17%. Point we're trying to make is that there are actual drug smugglers trying to ship in quantities, right? Like so much that it cannot be put in a single vehicle. Your package is probably not going to tip anything off, right? Like make that big of a blip. If you're worried, put a return address in your package. Yeah, it could also help. You would not be putting a return address. Okay, good. I don't know if they still ship it. Like that's the thing that I was like wondering about. Some places will tell you need one. Okay, we've done our stream for the most part, right? Hour done and dusted. Consciously evolved, had our experience, a unique one at that. I sent THC products to Melt twice and put my return address. I wasn't particularly worried about it. Like Melt said, the worst that would happen is they just confiscate it. Yeah, exactly. They're like, and the people confiscating it is probably going to freaking end up smoking the weed anyway. That's the joke as well, right? Like, it's not that big of an issue. South Africa has been completely decriminalized as well, so you cannot get arrested for it. Like, and the amount of people that have been arrested for weed cost the economy, like the the governments as well, so much money. Took them out of the economy as well, so they can't be value adding individuals. Like, it's just the drug war is so contrived. We come a long way since the packed Smash Bud days. Yeah, so far. Oh goodness, Luke. I'm hoping that I can, find myself a decent person to get good bud from as well. Like I've never myself smoked the packed Smash Bud. Never have I smoked that. Like, and I'm very grateful for that. That's because like weed has been a thing in South Africa for a very long time, and I haven't been, or at the very least, I haven't been 18 for a very long time. It's now only going on 7 years. So, like, by the time I started smoking weed, good weed was already a thing in my country. Good, relatively speaking, weed was already a thing. And then I grew a bunch of my own, and then I didn't buy for like 5 years or something. And then I bought myself some again after those 5 years. And like things have taken a new leap. So yeah, I'm hoping to get some good stuff now as well. And I just want to find someone who can consistently give me the stuff that I'm actually looking for. There's so much weed being grown in the US. I don't know why we need more than some from somewhere else. That's also true, actually, Nanshi. Maybe, if anything, it can just be the amount of weed that's already been grown in the country being driven into the states where it's still not legal. Yeah. I don't know, though. I don't live in America. I don't know your policies. I don't know anything but love. I do know love. Got splinters, breaking it up from the occasional fainting from smoking pesticides. Jassy, bro. That sounds brutal, man. Yeah, splinters breaking the bud. That breaks my brain. In Hong Kong, I smoked hash smuggled in little statues. Really, Shell? Lucky you. How was the hash? Was it good? Hash is pretty nice. Good weed became a thing growing up in SoCal when chronic hit South California. That's when good weed hit it. When did you start smoking weed? If you don't mind divulging some of this information, Joyby. How old were you? I want to know the age as well. And then I want to know how long ago that is. And you're like, Mel, are you trying to gauge how old I am? No, it doesn't matter to me. More matters to me the time frame. Apparently, after 2012, people started getting really good weed in the world. So I'm like wondering if it's like after that 2012 mark. So 11 years ago. 13 in 1997. Bro, you started smoking weed before I was even born, dude. What a trip. I started when I was 38, 5 years ago. How about that? That is kind of recent, actually, as well, Kristen. You want to tell us about your experience coming into it? Maybe if you want to give us like cliff notes. I had a friend told me he has weed for me, or I'm curious about the story. Star tetrahedron. The star tetrahedron. The Merkaba. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Card number 12. Let's read what it means. The vehicle. The Merkaba. This important three-dimensional shape in sacred geometry results from the interpenetration of two tetrahedrons. One upward-facing male and the other downward-facing female. Together they form a beautiful configuration called the star tetrahedron, or Merkaba. The Merkaba is believed to be an instrument of expanded awareness, a time-space vehicle for multidimensional travel, and a path towards ascension. Choosing this card connects you with aspects of your being that stretch beyond everyday life and promise to support your understanding of evolving consciousness and universal wisdom. You may want to employ this image to help balance your male and female aspects. You might decide to construct your own and embellish it with personal symbols. You may wish to learn one of the breathing meditations that are widely available to help you experience the Merkaba as an interdimensional vehicle. Anyway, you decide to apply this energy, regard it as a powerful model for the manifestation of dynamic balance and the evolution of vision. The evolution of vision, right? Today's stream topic was about realizing that your vision, the thing that it is you are seeing right now, is unique. Not unique as in how it works. It might be, right? It might be unique in how it works as well. I won't put it past us. But unique in specifically the experience you get to have from it, right? Like surely the light hitting our eyes, it works the same, right? We have these little cones that switch on or off when light hits them or not. And then that gets turned to a signal that gets processed by our brain, right? Like that part remains the same. But the vision, the thing that you're seeing, the construction, right? There's seeing and then there's vision, in my mind at least. The vision you get is yours. It is created by you, right? It is you kind of vibe. Right? And now it's just about taking responsibility for that fact. No, no. I had my first smoke when I was 16, maybe, I think, but I didn't get into smoking until later. So maybe I should ask it this way instead, actually, Joy Vive. Have you been smoking good weed since starting smoking weed? Or has it been like I smoked bad weed for a bunch, and then I smoked some good weed, and then I realized what good weed smokes like? Like, that's like, I'm trying to find that information. Libo de Merkaba. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to get up and take my dog for a walk. Take care, everyone. Take care, dear Nancy. Thank you for joining me, joining us, sharing this moment with the stream space. Dude, but your avatar looks like a pair of white boxer briefs with a white star floating above. Oh, it does, but weirdly enough, I don't know if you knew this, Joy Vive, but he has a Merkaba in his profile picture, right? It's like a pedestal that has a Merkaba on the top of it. So we just pulled the Luke card. It's two Snow Merkaba stacked. The other one is also a Merkaba. That's cool, man. Merkabas for the win. I smoked bad weed. We called it dirt weed. Oh, okay. In my mind, Joy Vive is like uber snob when it comes to the weed she smokes, right? And it's not a bad thing. It's like she has taste. Like the edibles Joy Vive sent me absolutely decimated me as well. Like those stuff put me on the ground for a bit. I'm gonna play some kalimba, and then we'll finish off today's stream. Yeah. 2 minutes? 3 minutes? I could not afford good weed. Yeah. I don't know if I can either, Joy Vive, to be completely honest. There we go. Like, I learned something new about myself. I play the kalimba differently depending on whether or not I'm laying down, it seems. No, it goes this way. Bring me back to my stream, please. Prices have dropped drastically. I used to pay $60 for an eighth of an ounce. I don't know how much that is. I think it's 32 grand, 32 grams. If it is, it's not that bad actually. Hey Google, how much is an eighth of an ounce? Is it an ounce? An oz per American unit. You should use grams. Grams are the superior unit of measurement. I don't know. I'm not giving it a try. I'm giving up instantaneously. The note caught some attention. That was true. Right, Luke? I can get an eighth of Wikata. It's 3.5 grams melt. Ah, thank you. Yeah, 3.5 grams for like between 10 to $15 right now. That's really good, Joy Vive. Like, and is that like indoor? Like your like Primo Bud, like top shelf stuff? Because if you're paying that much, you're paying less than I am right now, which feels a little bit embarrassing to say. I could hardly afford to smoke even dirt weed before prices went down to where they are now. Okay, good. 3.5. There we go. Have the mostest, beautifulest day, everyone. You gorgeous, triumphant, present, precious humanimals. Thank you so much, Joy Vive, for blessing us with our Shan message still. Love is true. Oh, hot diggity damn. I thank you, humanimals, for joining me again for a comfy day of laying down. I don't know if I'll be doing it again. Probably not. But I see Zano here. Bless you, Zano. It's nice having you. You can pretty much only buy Primo Bud for $10 for 3.5 grams. That's rough, Joy Vive. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. Is this jealousy I'm feeling? Yeah, I think it is. I don't like this feeling. I'm not jealous of you. I'm happy for you. There we go. That's better. Yeah. I'm happy that you get to buy good weed for that cheap. Have a nice day, everyone. Bless you, Zano. Thank you for joining us, even if it's only for a few moments at the end. Today's stream was nice. I'm happy that you enjoyed it despite the change, right? Cozy melt, goo. Yeah, I'm comfy, bro. Look at me, comforting right now. Comforting even harder. Sorry for tuning out as you're tuning in, bro. I love you, dear friends. I'll see you again tomorrow. The market is flooded here, which drives prices down. Yeah, there's a lot of people growing really good weed in America right now. This is true. Are you feeling okay? Yeah, I'm just looking ugly, bro, and I'm insecure about it. Gob is like, bro, love you. Thank you, friends. I'll see you again soon.